we have
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
2 low dog niggas going crazy. That bro is a label that pays me. Unfaded, this is who's not up faceless. That's an election here.
Are we on the air?
Are we on the air? Back once again, you feel me? It's the HID boys in HD. Before I fucking forget to say it, because I always do, like, comment, subscribe. We are on YouTube now. If you are listening to this on the audio, get the visual, see how ugly I am. You know what I'm saying? See how much this man over here works out. You know what I'm saying? See how many times I wear the same goddamn shirts because a nigga's still broke. You feel me? Holler at us. It's the HID Boys Hold It Down podcast. I'll be your host, co-host, say Quan, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Quan Wick, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Quan the Baptist, you know what I'm saying, Genghis Quan. I'm out here. You feel me?
It's very true. That was a great segue from our co-host, Quan Cena. Thank you for tuning in to the Hold It Down podcast. So we talk hip-hop and bad rap culture as a whole.
Just when I think I got the names. I pre-thought about those too. I was ready. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna let them off. Bow, bow.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it's always room for just throw a whole nother one in there. It's like I really tried not to like repeat any, and it's like it's possible I could have said Quan Cena before, but I don't think I did.
I don't think you have either. Now, how the Quan in the building? You feel me?
See what you did there. That was good.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what we talk hip hop battle rap culture as a whole. This week is going to be another Ultimate Madness recap. This time.
Oh, you ain't even introduced yourself, Bloodbath.
Oh, you right.
You know
Shit, it's your boy, the Unstoppable Bloodbath. You know what I'm saying? You know me from the Dead End Gaming Podcast. T-shirt I'm wearing right now. Producer extraordinaire over there.
You dig? Talk your shit.
I'm also the producer for Odd Fridays over there on the Hold It Down. Not Hold It Down, I apologize. Over there on the label, Dead End Hip Hop. I'm the producer over there for Odd Fridays. Every first and third Friday of the month, they do their own personal version of verses. Mm-hmm. We just had our first go through. It was Nas versus Jay-Z. It was very successful. Next up is going to be Kendrick Lamar versus The Game. Tune in for that. Be ready for a good time. And then when I'm not over there or talking video games, I'm over here on the Hold It Down pod talking about these bars.
Shout out to Hold It Down pod, nigga. We out here. Explosions, nigga.
Explosions. I immediately thought of Trinidad James.
I think about it every time, and I don't want to be overdoing it. But that's some shit that wasn't supposed to be cool. But he just did it so confidently. Like, bro. Nigga was just in his room getting dressed. He was like, I like the bitch raising my mouth while I dig explosion. I feel like that was just in the beat, and most niggas would have been like, yo, take that shit out the beat. He was like, you know what? Fuck it. Explosion.
Gold on My MacBook might be like the second best song on that tape. Besides,
no, they had didn't they have the other joint? Oh my god, because you know this, because I know you know the song. It wasn't All Go Everything. It was the other one. My Niggas Keep 100. Y'all little niggas do.
Oh, that was good. You know too.
This song. I forgot what it's called. Too.
I forget what it's called too. I forget what it's called.
I know, but I know that joint though, because I know you was one of the niggas that fucked with it.
I know it. Trust me. Trinidad James tape was good.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't gonna say overall. It had a couple good songs.
It had some moments. Like a motherfucker. And I tell you, as a New York nigga, I was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of happy where Trinidad James is in his career, because, like, of course, niggas still gonna shit on him, but he has a few hits. He has some underground hits here and there. You know what I'm saying? He's dropped some joints that got numbers beyond that. I ain't gonna forget when he had the if you don't like me, nigga, then fight me. You don't like me, nigga, then fight. That had freaking all of Atlanta on that shit. Like, a nice good Childish Gambino verse when he was like reaching his final form and shit.
So you talking about?
Is that called Southside?
It's called Southside.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
So Gold on My Oh, hold on. I take it back. He had a couple. I'm looking back at this. Yeah. Everybody knows All Gold Everything. That was the biggest song he ever had. Yeah. But Gold on My MacBook was a banger.
Yes.
Females welcomed wasn't bad.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Females welcome wasn't bad. Southside was like, we were just talking about that was the hardest songs out. Madden on GameCube is okay. It's okay. It's not one of my favorites. Team Vacation, I like that song too.
Mm-hmm. I might have to check that joint again.
But Females Welcome.
I do remember All Females Welcome.
Yeah, bro.
That shit, especially like, yo, that shit was like randomly fire.
Yeah.
Because I think that ended up being his like real second single. I think the South Side was like more popping in Atlanta and like in the South. But that shit was like the all females welcome. That shit, my side chick is my main chick, my main chick ain't feeling me no more.
And it turns into an EDM track. And and
that shit was kind of fire though. Like you was excited when that shit came.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
We respect Trinidad James over here.
We respect the legends that deserve it over here. We gonna get these jokes off when y'all do dumb shit, but we also gonna respect when niggas had at one time.
Cause it's like I feel like we're at that in that age range where all the niggas who to older people are silly, we ended up liking them because we was around. So like older niggas think Soulja Boy is silly, but I was a kid, so Soulja Boy wasn't that silly to me. And Trinidad James, I was in high school. I think when he started popping off, 2013? Yeah, I was in high school. Yeah. So niggas was bumping All Gold Everything, Gold on my MacBook. So shit like that.
And that was around the time where like, cause when I was in high school, you know, I'm a New York nigga in the South, so I'm like in my rebellious stage. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to what I listen to. Fuck what y'all niggas listening to. But it's also around the time where, you know, the South is taking over and kicking our ass. Yeah. So you have no choice but to conform and listen to some shit. And
the only nigga who
I learned to respect it.
The only nigga who's consistently silly that I couldn't even get with was Lil B. I will admit Lil B got a couple songs I like, but overall
that nigga got like 3 songs out of 1,000.
Oh, he has way too many songs. He has way more songs than the average person has out. Yes. People probably have made that many songs, they just never get released. Yeah. He said, fuck him, we just gonna release
He released everything. I ain't gonna lie though, there was one joint, I think it was freestyling over the One Mic beat by Nas. But it was one joint when he was like it was almost like kind of a Nas like I gave you power type shit. Where like I think he was like, I am the ground, I'm the da-da-da. It wasn't some Lil B shit. It was like, who is this?
He was actually putting effort into it.
Yeah,
he doesn't put effort in most of his songs.
He don't.
He just, cause like most of his songs is legit just based freestyles. He walks in there, he talks, that's the end of the song. He calls it a song.
That's one of the most annoying artists to have, because when I'm trying to tell Sam freaking Freeman that Lil B is trash, he at least has 4 songs to show me. He's like, but he did these shits, and these shits is alright.
Our boy back home, he has a weird habit of only liking bad artists. it's like he gets off on trying to argue how good these bad rappers are. He enjoys it way too much. He's the one to put me on the Lil B. He might have been the one to put me on Trinidad James too, but I just remember he was like, "Yo,
you might have put me onto the pack, nigga."
He probably did. He probably did. But he probably did. So he was just like, "Bro, Lil B's the next wave." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro." He only got, at that point, Wonton Soup was taking over the streets. And I was just like, yo, this song isn't good, but it's catchy, whatever. And niggas was just like, nah, bro, we need to hear Like a Martian. You need to hear Suck My Dick Ho. You just like, dog, none of these songs are really that good. They're catchy, but they're not good. And like the niggas dropping too many songs to keep up with.
Yeah.
I will say this about Lil B. Great beat selection. He's always had a great ear for beats. He just ruins all the songs. Yeah. So my nigga Sam would argue with his whole heart that Lil B is a good artist. I'm like, bro, he doesn't have any actually good music. And then I'll never forget, he was like, bro, he has one serious album and it's actually good. I said, what is it? I'm gay.
Like, fam,
dog.
We ain't even talked about the fact that he was if not one of the first, he's the first nigga I heard to call himself a pretty bitch.
Yes. He is.
Literally called himself a pretty bitch.
I used to be a goon, now I'm a pretty bitch.
Like, what? Nigga, what?
That nigga
based freestyles and
he was
shit.
setting the trend. That nigga had a whole series of freestyles called the Infamous Princess Freestyle.
Like this shit is crazy, bro. But he was get respected. The nigga was a freshman, a XXL freshman.
He was a freshman, yeah.
He was in the same cipher as Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, he was.
One of the greatest of our generation.
Yes, he was.
Like, bruh. And you know what makes it worse? I hate the times I did listen to him and he sounded decent.
Oh yeah.
It made it hard to like, especially nigga, Joe Budden. Joe Budden respects Lil B as having one of the best Joe Budden disses ever. He still laughs about it to this day. He'd be like, when Lil B was like, I don't want no smoke with Lil B. That nigga called me a nasty old man. To this day, niggas can't say that the Lil B curse didn't really affect Kevin
Durant. Was real. It was real. Fuck KD. It's one of my favorite diss tracks besides Fuck Bow Wow. Those are 2 of the best diss tracks ever made as far as I'm concerned.
When I tell you, when that nigga lifted the curse, he officially lifted the curse, that's when Kevin Durant really started to prosper. That's when he stopped being number 2 and started getting towards number 1 status.
I'm telling you, bro.
You feel
I listen to Fuck KD at least once a year, bro. Like,
bro, he's the only nigga I know that niggas could beat him up and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's been beat up a couple times.
Yeah,
and it's to the point where beating up Lil B, it don't get you no street cred. Niggas look at you crazy.
Yeah, niggas be like, why the fuck you do that, son? Like what you do to it's Lil B?
Yeah, bro.
That nigga don't hurt nobody. Like, fam, the first nigga that did the no name nigga that did it didn't affect him at all. Nope. Even though I ain't gonna lie, it was the funniest thing when
that video was circulating for a minute,
bro. And then I saw the after video when the nigga was like, "That shit ain't even hurt." Nigga lip is big as shit, saying that shit ain't even hurt.
And then he turned around and forgave the dude like a couple days later.
Yeah, and then freaking the nigga got jumped by A Boogie and his crew and P&B Rock, and. First of all, it almost made Lil B look tough because first of all, niggas was clowning A Boogie and P&B Rock for jumping.
Lil B walked off like nothing happened. Like,
and he a small nigga, and there was at least 10 of them niggas stomping him. And niggas was like, "Nigga, how you gonna jump somebody in Yeezys?" you and like niggas was analyzing the tape. It was like, "Yo, niggas don't even know how to jump no more. They hate each other more than the actual nigga."
That was one of the worst jumpings I've seen in a minute.
Bro, the nigga went straight on the stage right after in his suit. It was like, yo, I don't want no problem. Bruh, you get jumped by 10 niggas, you should not be able to. He looked unscathed too.
He really did. Yeah.
It looked like a nigga was just skateboarding and tripped.
It looked like it's also one of the things where it's like I ain't never really heard the story of why they jumped him. It's probably pointless.
I know the story because I be just knowing shit about New York niggas. So when A Boogie first came out, they were comparing him to Dej Loaf.
Okay.
And somewhat rightfully so because he kind of some of his songs had that flow that turn a nigga to a pizza no dodgy. He used to do that flow. So but niggas used to compare him to Dej Loaf like that was his whole shit. He did a lot more than that. So of course niggas don't like to be compared, and to this day niggas was still trying to like compare him to Dej Loaf even though Dej Loaf was like she doing her own thing. I don't know what she's doing, but her name pops up every once in a while. So I ain't gonna say she ain't doing shit. But niggas don't like being compared to people, right? So I guess he just saw Lil B at an event, even though I think it was like a year later after saying that shit. And I don't know, maybe A Boogie's a cancer because that nigga didn't forget that shit. So apparently he confronted him, and when you a lot more deep than the other person, I don't know, you just have a lot more heart. So I don't know what Lil B said, or I don't know.
He probably didn't say that.
Niggas just jumped him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Niggas jumped him, and then like it's probably one of those things like he just like niggas just swung on him, but then like since you deep, none of your niggas gonna be like, oh okay, 2 of them got him. We'll just sit back and watch. No, everybody got to jump in. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it happened.
Well, yeah, this is a whole damn podcast. Now I guess we can flow into the segment we've already fell into, which is the hip hop shenanigans. This week, not too much shenanigans have been going on.
For sure.
I only have a positive thing to report. No, do you have anything else to report, Quan, or no, not really?
If I think of something, I'll let you know.
All right, great. So, on a positive note, Young Thug and Gunna are bailing out inmates. Well, they were a couple of days ago. It's not new news anymore. But.
Yeah, they freed. I think it was like 30 people. 30 people that were convicted of I think like minor charges and shit.
Yeah. So. 2 of the biggest rappers in Atlanta, this is coming from the WSB website. It's like the Atlanta News website.
Yeah.
Posted inmates were at the Fulton County Jail. Most of the men and women were being held on minor offenses, but couldn't get out because they didn't have the money.
Yeah. Regular shit.
Yeah. So
if I get locked up right now, I ain't got no goddamn bail money. That's for sure.
Exactly. I don't see the exact number, but.
I think I read somewhere that it was like 30, but I could be just pulling that out of my ass.
Yeah. Also,
while he's searching, they kind of did like a video to it too, not like a Drake God's Plan type thing, but at the same time, yeah, kind of. For Drake and Gunna's like new Slime Language tape, that 2 tape that came out. I heard a few joints from there, and it's so far sounding fire. You know what I'm saying? But the video Paid the Fine by Young Thug, Gunna, and I think another. I don't want to mess up his name, but there's another guy on there, and he's keeping up pretty well with everybody. Oh, and Lil Baby. Lil Baby's on that shit too. But yeah, they do that video thing, and then they bailing out people and telling people a story and shit. So you know, it was a good moment, some good news, some good vibes, and Lord knows we could use that shit because shit been crazy.
Yeah, the article says after getting released to their families, the inmates were served a home cooked meal and also learned they'll be featured in the brand new music video, which you was just talking about.
Yeah.
The rappers didn't disclose how much money they spent, but they told the reporter that this would not be a one-time thing. They plan on doing this again in the future and hope other artists will follow their lead.
Well, all I gotta say is a lot of niggas have vouched for Young Thug throughout the years, even through some, I won't say antics, but some of the weird stuff he's done. And when I say weird, not like weirdo shit, like just, we'll just say unique shit. Or things that we wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And niggas will still be like, yo, they'll vouch for Young Thug and be like, yo, Young Thug's one of the realest niggas I've ever met. This moves like this prove those I won't say theories, but those sayings to be correct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that speak bad on Young Thug. And the only people that do are people that had issues with him. But other than that, everybody universally seems to love that nigga. So, you know, real nigga shit, fellow Leo. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure them the families appreciate y'all for bailing niggas out. That's some real nigga shit. Like,
it really is.
That's for real. Like, I got nothing bad to say about that.
It'll be hard to find something bad to say about that.
I might fuck around and wear a dress just because of it.
It'll be a big dress. Real big dress.
Big dress. I'm in love with it. You don't listen to Fabio, so you can.
Nope.
But yeah. Next topic.
That was all I had news-wise, unless you got something else to add.
Well, listen to Slime Language too. Like I said, I heard a few joints from him and it sounds fire. Oh, plus the joint that's out there going viral, Ski. So I'm sure some of y'all already know about it.
I've seen the Ski challenge.
It's a fire joint. I mean, hey, you put Young Thug, you put Gunna, you put Weezy out of here. It's pretty much all you need. That's all you need. Like,
I wonder if Lil Wayne is ever gonna work with Weezy out of here.
I don't know. He probably might because he worked with Young Thug like a few times. I think they got like maybe 3 tracks together, given their weird history.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So why not work with Weezy? I remember that was kind of weird for me on like Barter 6. Like for one thing, so you got this nigga named Young Thug who's working with Birdman, and Birdman ain't really rocking with you. You and Birdman ain't really rocking together right now. Plus, Carter is your thing, so it's obviously off your thing. And it's a guy who says he's influenced by you. And the producer he's working with is a nigga named Weezy. If Lil Wayne paid attention to anything, I feel like this would be a really weird situation for him. And I'm pretty sure like it clicked and it was at one time, but like
it would be confusing to me.
A lot.
But remember, because Lil Wayne said he was confused by Weezy out of his tag to begin with. He was just like, "Oh, I thought niggas was complimenting." He's like, "No, he ain't say this." And he thought he was just like, "Why everybody keep talking about me on their tracks?" Like,
yo, Lil Wayne is a funny nigga, bro. He's a funny dude now because he
took it as a compliment. Like, yo, nigga saying Weezy out of here. Like, you crazy? Like, he took it as a compliment, dog.
When is Lil Wayne gonna cut them dreads?
I don't know.
Cause them things is going. Well, they going. They going. If he don't wear a hat, he look crazy. So, I don't know. Then it's gonna be weird to see him like with a low cut. He ain't had a low cut since before.
Carter 1?
Nigga, before Carter 1, he ain't had a low cut since freaking like since a teenager. Since
400 degrees?
Shit. Since 200 degrees. He had braids on that shit. Like he forever had hair. Yeah, that shit crazy. But yeah. Shout out to Weezy F Baby. Shout out to Weezy on the beat. Shout out to everybody from YSL doing their thing. And I ain't gonna talk about it too much, but all I'm gonna say is, R.I.P. Pop Smoke. If you want to do your due diligence, you can do that. I don't want to speak on the details that came out from that situation. Yeah, but I think we can move on. So we ain't really got too. Oh wait, J. Cole.
Yeah,
he released a track. It's nice. Oh, and also Isaiah Rashad also released a track and a video featuring Duke Deuce. I ain't listened to either one because I like to wait until albums come out, so I don't end up skipping the first single because I heard it so much if I like it. So just two people that don't really release music that often, releasing music, especially Isaiah Rashad. Like, he ain't released shit since like 2015.
I don't remember when Sylvia came out. So.
Shit, there was a joint that came out after that.
There was some after Sylvia?
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas forgot. Remember the second album we did Second album he did that had free lunch on it. Get your meal ticket, meal ticket.
Yeah,
I play it in the car every once in a while. But yeah, like that one was kind of more like revered and liked, even though I ain't gonna say it was. I kind of like Silver Demo a little better because I feel like that was more lyrical, whereas I feel like at that point, the second tape, Isaiah Rashad kind of got in his vibe and was making more like he was making vibes, like he was more melodic and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he was making good songs. But Silver Demo was like he had something to prove. He on TDE, so he's rapping his ass off while making songs too. But yeah, for the Isaiah Rashad fans out there, this is gonna be y'all time to show out because y'all niggas was definitely acting like y'all pretended to care about this nigga when he wasn't around.
Niggas were definitely talking about him all the time.
Yeah, so now I want to see this nigga get a lot of support now that he's back out with Duke Deuce. The video looks good, you know what I'm saying? But when it is, I'll check to see if the joint is good. It's TDE. I ain't gonna lie, TDE hasn't missed for a while. Even their misses is of a certain quality. You know what I'm saying? True. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like maybe in the last 10 years, I feel like the only thing that they released that I may not have been a fan of was...
Any Ab-Soul projects?
I won't say any, but the last 2 Ab-Soul projects.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I meant, as in like the past 10 years.
Yeah, like
those Ab-Soul projects. Ab-Soul, him and Kendrick was neck and neck for like sure. Niggas who next up in the rap game. It's just something happened.
Yeah.
To where Ab-Soul just stayed here. And then like slowly went backwards. It was weird.
Yeah, and I won't even say like the last 2 tapes, like it had joints on there, but usually TDE is quality. They make good tapes.
Yeah,
I usually end up liking the whole thing, or at least the product as a whole. But with those, I was like, I would like some of the singles, and then after that, I'm like, I don't really want to come back to this. But that was kind of crazy coming off Control System, which I feel like was the greatest thing ever at the time. When it released, I think it was like in 2012. You know what I'm saying? And he's also an intelligent dude, so like he's one of the people that has like bars that catch the intelligent niggas, but also catch like the dumb niggas. You know what I'm saying?
The last Ab-Soul verse I can remember hearing was on what's them shits Kendrick dropped before his album? The Truth, not the Truth. It's a series. It's 4 of them now.
It was oh shit, I know what you're talking about too.
Because he drops one like right before
The Heart
Part 3. It was J-Rock and Ab-Soul was on it. That was the last Ab-Soul verse I could think of.
Yeah, and that's terrible
because that was right before Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah,
that wasn't even before To Pimp a Butterfly or anything like that.
It's been a long while since we had some good. And you know what's funny? He can still rap because every once in a while, like he's also really respected amongst your rappers. Like he, at one point, he was one of those people that getting towards the status of your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? You definitely know it if you're a Joey Badass fan because Joey Badass definitely gave it up to that nigga all the time. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the last maybe Ab-Soul verse that I could hear that I could remember that was really good was like on a Joey Badass tape or with Joey Badass. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta watch CNN for you to see an end, bro. That shit was fire. You know what I mean? But somewhere along the way, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying, a black lit pastor decided to stop preaching or something.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You know what I mean? And then, like, I'm like, where's Lance Skywalker?
I don't know.
I ain't seen him in a minute. And then, no disrespect, but Zakari too. I wasn't really feeling that project like that. He had a few joints on it. He had like 2 good joints on that tape, but maybe he's just working behind the scenes because he's definitely a good writer. And I heard his expertise is in writing. So, and he caught one when he did Love with Kendrick Lamar. So, speaking of Kendrick, I hope Kendrick's album comes out this year. That would be really nice. If Kendrick dropped the album this year, that would make this year a really good year for music. You would have first of all, we'd have our 3 GOATs to drop something. We'd have a J. Cole tape because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be one that comes out this year. We would have Drake. Drake is trying to drop. Then we have Kendrick. Then we got T Grizzly. Shout out T Grizzly. He dropped the tape I think last night.
I still have not seen it, but I will listen to it because I've talked about how much I like T Grizzly on here.
Yeah, and his last tape, in my opinion, was his best tape. So when we don't expect a nigga to decline when they drop their best shit. I feel like he's getting better. So I look forward to his new tape. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, who else dropped one? Moneybagg Yo, but we don't really listen to Moneybagg Yo like that. There was somebody else that we listened to that dropped something, but I can't think about it, so maybe it's not that important. But yeah, I think that will conclude the topics for now.
Great. Now we ready to get into the battle. This week, more Ultimate Madness 3. Open the microphone. More Ultimate Madness 3. I both about Mike.
He was like, more Ultimate Madness coming to you soon.
Yeah, more Ultimate Madness 3. This time, the quarterfinals. It was only 4 battles this time, so they started later because they didn't need a whole day to get through these battles.
And I loved it because I was able to get through them battles nice and fast.
Yeah, I really appreciate these time limits. I know the rappers don't like it. I like it.
I'm not gonna hold you. I was telling Bloodbath off mic. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be mad if they bring time limits back because it be as people. I'll tell you as me, and I will admittedly say I probably have watched a third, maybe a quarter of the battles that this nigga's watched. This nigga be watching the live shit. Like this nigga's committed to the shit. I don't be wanting to hear you niggas that much. Like nigga, I be prepared to watch one battle a week. Niggas be having 8 battle cards, and a nigga block out his whole Saturday for you niggas. You know what I'm saying? So when you see Bloodbath, show him some love. You know what I'm saying? When he's producing one of them events and you see him or then you know he's around and you send your little shots at him, send him some love too right afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
slap him and then hug him.
I was really about to say that. I was like, knock him out but pick him up afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like
you gotta be like a Sour Patch Kid.
You know what I'm saying? Except this time, it is right. You're sour and sweet. Got you. But yeah, man, this man be committed to this shit because, like, bro, I don't be wanting to hear 8 battles worth of shit, and then, like, at least with these, I was glad because I also have an issue of catching shit when it's live. So I'm always, trying to find the bootleg links. So shout out to Reddit because without Reddit, this nigga would have been doing this shit by himself because they saved my ass in the last second today. You know what I'm saying? But like I like when I looked at the video and it'd be like, yeah, 15 minutes and 57 seconds. I'm like, wonderful. I can devote 15 minutes to listen to a battle. Awesome. Great. Let's get it over with instead of one battle being freaking 45 minutes. Shit. How many of you niggas have that much to say? Jesus. But yeah, I will say like I feel like these battles were a little more consistent. It was a little less kamikaze. Now this one, like I said, I watched the links, so I don't know who won. So I kind of figured, I'd rather learn on the fly like I did.
You're really into this whole not knowing who won thing.
I feel like I do best when I don't know.
That is not true. I
feel like I'm one of the people that ignorance is bliss. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest songs.
He's not the first person to say that.
He ain't, but he's the first person to make a really good song about it. And do a whole first verse, which I want to see that nigga record that verse because that nigga has a bionic lung. Have you ever recited that verse on your own? You need to breathe. You need to breathe when you record that verse. I've seen him perform it. He's never performed it and just been like, da-da-da-da-da-da. Nah, Schoolboy Q be right there with him, helping him with that shit. That shit is an incredible verse, bro.
I don't remember all of it no more. I just remember the ending.
I used to use that verse as actual breath control. Like to exercise my lungs, I would sit there and try to recite the verse and see how far I can go before I need to breathe again. Like that's how crazy that verse is. That's GOAT shit right there. When rappers do shit like that, like push the boundaries of just like, oh, okay, the song is good, but like what can I do that the next man can't do? You know what I'm saying? Push some shit like that. Shout out to Ignorance is Bliss, one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar songs. But yeah, what are you gonna say?
I'm just gonna get into the battles we got. So we just got 4 this week.
It's a direct effect over here.
We're gonna just get right to it.
Let's do it.
We're gonna start with Jackboy Maine versus Cortez.
That is the first one I have in my notes, so I was in order. Cool.
Great. So Jackboy and Cortez. This one was closer than I thought it was gonna be.
For sure it was.
Jackboy's style, I've never really liked it. But seeing him in this tournament, I have been appreciating it more.
Yeah, I feel like he's stepping his. I feel like he knows where he's at. You know what I'm saying? And he's showing up. He's showing up, and I appreciate it.
I do respect Jackboy for being so different. Nobody else raps like Jackboy for real. Like,
yeah, he does have a unique style when he be rapping like
yeah, like nobody else really raps like him in the game. So I appreciate him for doing something different.
He low key be coming with like the Big Sean super duper flow.
He kind of does, yeah.
But like in a way that it's not corny. You know what I'm saying? Like I only know that because I was like, Oh, okay. But it still sounds fire. I fuck with it.
Yeah, so Jack Boy came out with a really fire first round. I was just like, all right, Cortez, you're going to bring a lot to beat that.
For sure.
And then I feel like Cortez is just on a roll, bro.
This is a different Cortez. I ain't gonna lie.
That's why I said I was like when we was debating what we were gonna do this episode. I was like, yo, I remember I heard Cortez started snapping right before this. And I remember it was Cortez versus Easy.
Mm-hmm.
He battled Easy Block Captain a little while ago, and niggas was like, yo, Cortez back at it. And like apparently since then he been back at it because Cortez on one right now, bro. Like if like I had Cortez winning, okay. Yeah. Jack Boy had 3 great rounds.
For sure.
But I had Cortez winning.
For sure.
And niggas are saying like, yo, the pace Cortez on right now, he might be able to win the whole thing. Like he coming with aggression and his bars too. Like
this is the Cortez we should have been seeing all these years. This is the Cortez that has earned the name that Cortez has to even be in the tournament and be a considered name amongst these tiers after all these years. I ain't even been around that time. But he's been at this for a minute. Like as long as like your other legends or your other niggas that have been in this shit for years but may not have the greatest name like a Goods, like a I was gonna say K-Shine, but he's that nigga. But just niggas that have been doing this for a long, long time, like since before it was URL and when it was still DVDs, when it was Lions Den and shit like that. He's one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be going on this long, like he's been king of the average niggas. You know what I'm saying? He has moments. He's had moments where he's like on fire and does well, but as far as like overall, I've never quite understood it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And for him to sit next to somebody like Misfit, who's like regarded as like, well, I don't know about now, but like before, like was regarded one of the greatest women battles and battlers. You know what I'm saying? Definitely had the most viewed one at one point. So for this Cortez to be on fire like he is now, like it's really great, and I hope it stays that way. You know
I do too.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe the power's in the stomach. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's that, or maybe this nigga really just want that money. Maybe niggas ain't offering him enough to make him rap like this. Cause I don't know, bro.
Yeah. Maybe 100,000 to do it.
Yeah, bro.
100,000 to change a nigga, man.
Cortez tearing niggas up because he tore up Official last battle.
Respectfully, an Official, like, you know,
she wasn't at her best.
She wasn't the best, but even
she admitted it wasn't her best, but it didn't matter.
Like she definitely if she did come correct, it still would have been a fight. You know what I'm saying?
It would have been a real fight because he wasn't playing, bro.
Yeah. Like I literally have in my notes who pissed Cortez off. Like this is a different Cortez, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what that nigga been doing lately, but he need to do that shit all the fucking time, bro. Because this nigga looking scary.
For real.
He looking scary right now.
You know, this is giving me when Big Crit was on One Train. You know what I'm saying? I remember it was 2 times I heard him, and it was like the best Crit verses I ever heard. It was when him on One Train, and it was a song he had with Joey Badass and Smoke DZA, and he smoked both of them. I think so. Yeah, he smoked both of them niggas. I was like, yo, who walked into the session and said Big Crit is losing or something? Like somebody tried him. He's like, you know what? Bitch, I know something.
You know another good Crit verse, low key, the "Hold You Down" remix featuring Emilio Rojas. Remember on that Law?
Oh yes.
Crit verse on that too.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Muddy water flow, catfish, deep fried.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
even when I'm in the grade, they still try to sign me because I invited.
I invited the very spirit of an Iron Giant. Yeah, bro.
What? That nigga built different. That bucket rat. Mississippi where? He don't sound southern.
Yeah, bro. Crit is not to be played with on the piano or on the mic, bro.
You know what I'm saying? On the beat machine.
Beats is crazy.
Beats is crazy.
I say all the time, I want Crit to produce for more people. I love your music too, Crit. I think you're great. I would love to hear more people rap on your beats as well, bro. That's all I'm saying.
The problem is I feel like we need more southern lyricists.
I agree.
And I feel like we don't really get too many.
I agree.
It might be a hot take, I'm sorry. But as far as like people from the South that really take lyrics like serious, like because we have a few niggas that just happen to get good or just be in the studio, so like you practice, you just get better, and then you get bored saying the same shit, so you just want to challenge yourself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, maybe a little baby. You know what I'm saying? That nigga killing shit now.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you would sound over like a Big Crit beat. It might be a style clash a little bit. But like if we had like, you know, we need Big Crit to like, I don't know, maybe sign with J. Cole or something. Like just get cool with everybody in that clique, because all them niggas would fit on Crit beats, especially Luke. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that was all on Dreamville. I wouldn't mind hearing Jid on the crit beat. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like that. Niggas that like are from where they from, but they are about this music shit. Like, you know what I mean? They really want to be the greatest, even though they're next to one of the greats.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Another Southern nigga though, but people forget it's Southern. I feel like I would love to hear Jay Electronica on a big crit beat.
That would be nice.
Because the nigga's from New Orleans, but he doesn't sound like it, so people really forget.
Yeah.
He's a Southern nigga.
Well, it wouldn't even be that. I just be forgetting that nigga makes music because that nigga don't be making.
I understand that.
Don't be making music.
I understand forgetting that as well.
And he has a thing for having tracks with no drums and shit.
Okay.
See, that would be dope. That would be super dope. Yeah, Jay Electronica on a, or just when next time Big Crit has a tape out, you can get that Jay Electronica verse.
You know? I feel like he's respected enough that he might be able to now.
Yeah, he might be able to.
He might be able to.
That'd be nice. Especially Jay Electronica does have a certain consistency on guest features. You know what I'm saying? So that would actually be pretty fire, and it would give some necessary hype to a crit project. You know what I'm saying? But somebody else that's very respected on the mic, Cortez. I want to be the first time I ever get us back on track. Don't get used to it. It might never happen again. But yeah. Cortez and Jack Boy, like Cortez.
You gave it to Cortez as well?
I gave it to Cortez.
The judges also gave it to Cortez. Okay. So they made the right call.
I did feel like Cortez's third was a little weak. So like if we was going on rounds, I would give this one a 2-1.
Yeah.
So I did feel like Jack Boy was consistent. I won't hold you. We give him a lot of crit praise, a lot of Cortez praise, but Jack Boy was coming with that shit too.
Yeah.
It wasn't. He didn't go down easily.
Yeah, I remember after the battle, Cortez was even like, "Yo, I want to say salute to this man. He ain't do none of the corny tropes everybody else do. Yeah. He ain't say nothing about being Mexican or nothing like that. He was just like, he really found a way to write for me and not do none of the corny stuff everybody else do. Like, and Jack Boy said that was his goal. He was just like, yo, I just wanted to come out here and like do something different. Just do it my way. I ain't want to do none of the stuff other people be doing. So
he did want to come out looking like a smack decoy though. They definitely were dressed the same. Okay. If a nigga was trying to shoot Smack that day, Jack Boy might get hit. They both wearing red sweatsuits, both had big ass beards. You know what I'm saying? If Jack Boy had a hat on, niggas would mistake him for Smack.
I guess so, but then they'd be surprised when Smack grew that tall overnight. But
you know, niggas don't be noticing that shit. They be like, "Hey, there ain't go, nigga. There go that nigga."
All right. So next up, we're gonna talk about Drugs versus Rum Nitty.
Okay.
This is actually a rematch because I saw Rum Nitty battle Drugs a couple events ago. It was like a Rookies versus Vets thing. And Rum Nitty cooked that nigga. It was not close at all. I think that was my first time watching Drugs when he lost to Rum Nitty. It was bad.
Drugs got smoked.
So Nitty cooked him. So then I saw they had the battle again. I'm like, oh, it's a rematch. And it felt like he was using so many throwaway bars that he didn't get to use last time. He was recycling them. He had so much shit for Drugs. And most of it was good. And I was like, damn, Nitty not playing with this nigga. I will say this, though. Drugs did a lot better this time than he did the first time.
For sure.
He put up a much better fight. I didn't have him winning it.
Neither did I.
But he put up a much better fight. I think Drugs is getting better.
Yeah.
Because at first, I really wasn't feeling him like that. I was just like, all right, Drugs, he cool. But seeing his last couple battles and also seeing him in this tournament, I don't think he's that bad no more.
Yeah, he was pretty decent. I'm not even going to hold you. Like, I have one critique for him because Rum Nitty's Rum Nitty, so I automatically had Rum Nitty winning just because he's Rum Nitty. That's all I'm saying. But with Drugs, like, I would have put Drugs third into his second and his second into his third. Because that second round, maybe it's just me, I feel like that second round was heavy. Like, that second round was like, I feel like that second round was the best way that somebody broke down Rum Nitty and, like, said, like, yo, you good, but type shit. You know what I'm saying? And he broke down in a way where, like, I'm going to say it wasn't insulting, but, like, he broke it down in a way where he was like, he was coming with facts and, like, coming with real shit. And he really studied his opponent. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the fact that he got cooked, like, he had to really look at this nigga and, like, study this nigga. You feel me? That nigga was in a dark room with a screen in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Ain't bathed in 3 days. with a side of coffee, looking at rum battles.
Because that nigga was just like, bro, I get another chance to do this. I got to do it right this time.
You got to redeem yourself. You feel me? And I'll tell you, like I said, we still feel like he lost, but it was a very respectable loss. It was a good looking strikeout.
It was a good looking strikeout.
You know what I'm saying? Because that second was heavy. Yeah. That second was if I were to give this one, it would be 2-1 for me. I would give that second one to Drugs because that second was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it might have made the third a little less for me because I was like, the third was cool too, but I was like, I don't think he was gonna do better than that second.
The thing with Drugs that I feel bad for is like
his Adidas.
No, I mean that's just his thing. He always comes in wearing Adidas, but he keeps having to battle like big name niggas. Because I remember just a couple of events ago, he had to battle Danny Myers.
Bar God!
And Danny Myers cooked that nigga. Like, it was bad. I remember one round.
Bar God.
One of his rounds, he was doing a metaphor. That scheme lasted like the whole round. It was like, he kept saying, who am I? And then he would describe drugs, basically. And he was like, it was his theme. Who am I? He was just like, yeah, I'm something. Who am I? And I was just like, damn, this is getting bad. This is getting dark for you, drugs. It's getting real dark. He's like, and at the end, he's like, I am drugs. I was like, shit. And I remember he called him like, bro, how you name drugs? You don't be talking about drugs and shit like that.
That is a good question.
It was just like, bro.
That is a good ass question.
It was such a separation of skills. It's like I feel bad that he always ended up having to battle bigger name people, so he don't ever get to like practice. You know what I'm saying? To like show that he's getting better. Yeah. But I think it's paying off because I think he did really good against Rum in this battle.
The mismatch has been making him step his game up.
Yeah, so I think he did good. The judges also gave it to Rum Nitty. So I mean, come on now, we all saw that coming. Yeah. So that's gonna result.
Did we? The way this should start out. Did we?
So yeah, this is gonna result in Rum Nitty versus Cortez next time for the semifinals, which is actually a rematch. That's another rematch for Rum.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Especially since Cortez cooking niggas now.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that one too.
Next up, KCJ versus Prep.
Now this one right here, nigga. This one right here, nigga. I want to say I know who KCJ is now.
Okay, good.
I know who she is now. Good. She showed up like a motherfucker on this one.
Yeah, bro. She was rapping this time,
bro. That first round, nigga. Even the tone of her voice, that sound like a woman scorned, my nigga. that is the woman pointing the pistol at you because you won't stop cheating. You just won't do right by her. That's that level of passion. Like she is tired of niggas playing with her. She is tired.
Yeah, bro.
And I felt that shit. I was like, yes.
I almost got upset because like Casey came out in the first round.
Fire.
And then I was nervous because Prep started off choking in his first, and I was like, not again.
I had it in my mind. I literally said, I was like, yo, this nigga, I'm convinced she does voodoo. Yo, all these niggas stay choking in front of her. They don't be prepared for her. Like, when y'all niggas gonna stop? But thank God he got it together. Thank God.
He recovered and finished all three of his rounds.
Because he literally was like, what the fuck does this bitch do to me? Like, he literally said those words.
He was walking around confused.
I was like, oh, you better figure this shit out.
Yeah, bro.
She might swing on you because she's tired of these niggas, bro. She is so tired of niggas playing with her. You know what I'm saying? And I feel her. Like
I get it. It's very disrespectful. It's like, very disrespectful.
Yeah, it's at this point you don't even enjoy the wins. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even in a tournament. It's like, nigga, somebody give me a challenge. I want to be pushed. Shit.
Because then niggas gonna try to talk shit like she ain't earned her spot. After this battle, bro, it's hard to say she ain't earned her spot.
Oh, she earned it. I respect. Yo, lady, I respect you. KCJ, you got my respect. You now I see why you are where you are.
I told you she good. Niggas last week, like the people who just tuned in saw her for the first time last week was just like, all right, whatever. Twerk would have killed her. He might have. But this week,
especially with the bar she had, he might have.
But this week, nah, bro.
There's a whole different chick.
She killed Prep.
I ain't gonna lie. Why I feel like it take a nigga to do some bullshit to make a woman glow up and some shit. The judges was on their bullshit. New Jersey Twerk was on his bullshit, And she was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm killing these niggas, son.
Mm-hmm.
For real, for real.
That's what she did. She came back, killed Prep.
She came back. I'm a boss ass bitch.
Because that's my shit.
She came back on the niggas.
But it was like, yo, Prep really didn't have shit to say. He just all he talked about was how he wouldn't fuck. I feel like that's so corny. If that's mainly your whole scheme, is how much you wouldn't fuck. I was like, bro, you wouldn't say these bars to a nigga. That's weird.
I mean, he might. I still won't forget. I won't forget a nigga. I've never heard somebody be so upset, so angry with a nigga that he forgets words in his statement. I've never heard a nigga be so angry that he tells somebody, "I'm gonna fuck you," twice. Like he forgot the up twice, and I've never heard somebody be that angry. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot what happened. And niggas called him gay. Oh, was he? He was the one that was like, "I got a lost banana," and the whole crowd went, "Whoa, whoa!" The whole crowd was like, "Yo," he's like, "Pause." That shit was crazy, bro. But yeah, Prep. Once he got it together, I feel like Prep did okay. I was impressed.
He did
with Prep.
okay.
He was all right. But it was a little. I ain't gonna lie, it was a little cringy, and I just don't know if it was because, we're sensitive in this day and age. But I just feel like the shit he chose to talk about versus her was just.
It was boring. It was like it's cool if you do it for a couple minutes, but it's like that's all you gonna say, cause that's why Swamp lost. When she battled Swamp, all Swamp had was misogyny bars. That's it.
It felt
and
cheap.
He got murdered because of that.
Yeah. It felt cheap. It felt cheap.
Yeah,
it felt cheap.
So yeah, he got beat up, and the judges agreed. So yeah. The judges was quicker this week. They knew better than to keep harping on her. This week they had nothing but nice things to say because they knew that was wrong for last time. I've been watching interviews. I saw Battle Rap Fanatic. He's one of the judges. He went on, what's his name? DNA has a show. He was on there clearing the air. He admitted, he was just like, yo, I agree with the fans that we really shouldn't have been sitting there hating on Casey like that. He was just like, we all fucked up. I knew it was wrong for that. That was her moment to shine, and we kind of ruined it. He's just like, yeah, we all own that. He said we really should have been hating her like that. Like, we should have been talking about twerk. He was just like, I like to apologize for that. So like they know that was wrong.
Okay.
For spending like 5 minutes talking about how she could have did better against the nigga who couldn't even finish rapping. Yeah. So
I respect that. That might have been why, because I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised she didn't diss the judges, even though they're judges. And I feel like if they have any balls, they would have respected it because it was warranted. But I was surprised she didn't like diss them because they deserved it.
They did,
all of them.
I agree,
except Freeway. We fuck with Freeway. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah.
Okay, Freeway could have got a little. He could have got a little like jazz, a little scratch.
Yeah, they all had good things to say. They was like, yo, Casey, you was showing out this week. You was doing good. She just seemed happy, bro. She was happy this week. She was happy to have a whole battle. You know what I'm saying? So
I damn near want to apologize for the way these niggas been acting. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I ain't even gonna lie. I appreciate seeing a woman fuck niggas up. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coming from a place where I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't think that when women started battling niggas, I didn't know how, like, some of the niggas are actually good, like the best niggas. I didn't know if it was gonna be uneven, but they showing up. They showing up and they doing their shit. So I'm like, I'm impressed that like these women are not only keeping up, but also fucking these niggas up.
Yeah.
Like take Keith out this bitch.
Yeah, I have no problem with women rapping. As long as niggas can find interesting angles, it'll be a good battle.
Yeah, just don't go to cheap routes because that shit is kind of cringeworthy.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. That's why, like, that I understand certain niggas who said they wouldn't battle women though, just because of that. Because I've seen like Lux, when they asked Lux, like, Lux, would you ever battle a woman? He was just like, nah, because he's like, I wouldn't even want to be talking to a woman like that. So I was like, I get it. He's like, I wouldn't want to bring that energy towards women, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get that as well. Where it's like, you ain't really got nothing to say to him. So
and you know what sucks? Lux is one of the main niggas I would actually want to battle a woman because I feel like he would try to come with them angles that Prep tried to come with, but like break them down and make them like make it seem less about just a nigga complaining. You know what I'm saying? And a nigga actually be like, no, let me talk to you, queen. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's kind of like what Drugs did against Yoshi, which is the battle you ain't see from the first round. Drugs versus Yoshi. He was talking about how talking about her being a mom and stuff, and how like how she like supposed to be with her kid. He was just like how important being a dad is to him, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So niggas are going towards those angles.
Yeah, I feel like Lord Lux would sound better because Lord Lux don't like. It's one thing for drugs, rap about clapping niggas, but then now when you in front of a woman, you want to be like, raise your kids so I can shoot them later, like nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at least Lord Lux would be like, nah. See, some of our women are lost too. Let me start with you. Like, so he would come with some real shit, but you know, I feel like sometimes it also does come off like a little misogynistic. Like
it does.
Women ain't worth being opponents.
It does. So, but hey, he would just try to give it a large picture. So, so yeah, the judges agreed that
your man ain't no gangster. He's just another lost nigga.
He gave the judges gave it to KCJ as they should have. I saw an interview afterwards. Prep even admitted that he knew he lost because he was like, "Yo," he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "He agreed." So
yeah,
she got it.
Yeah.
Last battle: Swamp versus Geechee Gotti.
Now this one is interesting because I ain't gonna lie. I'm sure it's happened before, but I don't know too many battlers that have battled each other after being a team together. It's usually the opposite. Usually they battle together and before or battled each other, and then they end up being teams for whatever reason. You know, because K-Shine and DNA decided to come to their town that day or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So with this one, like two people that battled together and then they end up battling each other later, I kind of appreciate that. It's like going to be different angles and niggas could talk shit about one another and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it could have some validity, even though it might be still bullshit. Nigga could have been like, nigga, I know this nigga Geechee. You know what I'm saying? This nigga really a bitch. You know, some shit like that. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, I did laugh a little when Swamp was like, we got Swamp versus nigga, why the fuck you ain't taking me to Nutty Block? That shit was kind of funny. That shit was kind of funny, but yeah.
So I had Geechee winning this. I just don't.
Sure.
I don't know what it is with Swamp, bro. I'm not the biggest Swamp fan. Like, I feel like Swamp says a lot of pretty average things. Like,
he's cool. He ain't got really nothing that stands out other than his voice.
That's it.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, listening to him, I was even thinking, I'm like, yo, he would have been better off if he was like a comedy rapper. Like if he was one of the people that had like funny punchlines, like a Tech Nine or something.
That would help him a lot. That would help him a lot.
Like with his voice, instead of like trying to sound tough, it would be funnier if he was like even some of the shit he said, I was like, yo, if he just angled that to instead of being aggressive, but said it like trying to be funny, like when he was talking about I hung up with your baby mama or some shit. We didn't do nothing. I'm just saying that we just hung up with a thought together. Like that would have sounded better if it was from a comedic energy instead of, you know what I mean?
But to do that, he would have had to leave time for like comedic effect. Like you have to leave time. Yeah. And like so jokes take timing, and that's one thing they don't have in this competition because they got 2 minutes. So certain comedy angles don't work. Because like jokes, usually you have to leave space in there for the laughs and like have shit sink in. So in a regular battle, he should probably try that, work on that. That might really boost his stock. I think it would be good. So, but he had his rounds was okay. It was cool. He didn't say too many special things. Geechee, I don't even feel like Geechee was trying super hard either.
I ain't gonna lie, this is the second time I feel like I've heard Geechee be like less than the average Geechee, which is still good. But it was like I wasn't impressed. Even his third round wasn't really like a third round. So I was like, is he just really so calculated that he knows his opponent, so he don't gotta really show up like that? Or is like he losing steam a little bit?
It's possible. But
I mean, if them bundles are selling, you make more money that way, then I don't blame you. Maybe you gotta get this paper.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a good rebuttal though to that. Why you ain't take me to Nutty Block shit?
Yeah, he
just
did.
Like nigga, just gonna rap about the hood don't mean I still live in it. Like,
yeah. And because niggas fucked with it too, he was like, nigga, because if you got killed and I fucked his bag, that would have been my fault. I fucked with that. It was like a real life angle. It was like a real life. It was like, nigga, why the fuck am I taking you to my hood so you can be in danger too? Like, niggas always want to do that shit when they link up with somebody. I think I heard Lil Durk say that shit one time. Like I think I don't know if it was Meek, but it was somebody that was like, "Yo, take me to Chicago." He was like, "Nigga, at your own risk. Like, you want to come to Chicago? Like, it might go down, my nigga. Like, I go there because I live there. I got homies there. You know what I'm saying? So I know the risk when I go, but I hope you know Just because I'm me and you, we still in this environment, nigga.
Exactly.
I don't mean shit to the ops. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm never one of them niggas where be like, yo, bro, do you take me to your hood? Why? I've never been that type of nigga.
I've never been that type of person.
Because I already know if you from somewhere bad, I don't need to be there neither. Because like you not there no more.
Yeah, there's a reason you left.
Yeah, so it's like nah. That ain't never made no sense to me.
You ever been to a friend of yours' hood and be so glad that they moved away?
Yeah,
bro. I have a homie that lives in freaking from Florida, my Florida homie. When I went to college with, he's from Belglade, Belglade, Florida. When I tell you I went there and seen the environment, I was like, yo, it would be so bad. Like when he was having housing issues, I was like, whatever you do, don't go back. Don't go back home. I know your mom was trying to tell you to come back home. Whatever you do, don't go back home. It ain't safe for you, my nigga. That place is desolate.
Yeah, bro.
I pulled up in that place. All I expected to see was gunplay. And I'm talking about the rapper, nigga. You know what I mean? Like that shit. I knew it was bad when all I saw was beating up buildings and everybody's outside. And it was at least it was past 2011.
Don't nobody want to be inside.
It was past 2011 and niggas were still wearing extra baggy jeans. You know what that means. You know what that means, bro.
Exactly. It's like when I'm gonna make a real versatile reference right here. It's like when you at the end of Twig Street, right next to the light, and it's everybody right there on the corner.
Yes,
it's like, bro, if I could just get through this light,
I'm gonna go back to church, Jesus.
Bro, if I could just get through this light, no, I'm good, bro, I'm good. Like you gotta talk out the window. I'm good, bro. I'm trying to get through this light.
Bro, that's why I was always glad that my mother's ex-husband had a family that was deep rooted in Twig Street. So, you know, not saying shit could still go down, but at least we know somebody because that might save your life. You don't even know. They could be like, yo, where you from? Who are you? Be like, hey, I know TT. Oh, you know TT? All right, man. Dang, Daniel's looking nice. Like that shit might save your life, bro.
It really is strange how like all you gotta do is know one or two people and they just let you go. It's like once you get that little dude from across the street syndrome. Niggas will leave you alone.
Yeah.
Like, don't even gotta talk to you, but it's like knowing that they see you around here enough.
Yeah.
Niggas will usually leave you alone after a minute.
Yeah. They might actually let me hold $1.
They just might.
Yeah, I wonder how many dollars that nigga owed. He said let me hold it. He said let me get it. He said let me hold it. Ain't you supposed to give it back?
That's what that means. Yeah. So anyway, the judges gave it to Geechee, as you would have expected.
Of course.
So next up, it's gonna be Geechee versus KCJ. Gonna be a tough one.
I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like now we in the real like nitty gritty of this shit.
Nigga, we in the semifinals.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you.
It better be real.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I thought that the last one was gonna be like Geechee versus Nitty, but the way KCJ and the way Cortez are performing,
we don't know what could happen.
We don't know what could happen. And I'm not even gonna hold you. We have long been Geechee Gotti fans. We have praised this man on this platform a bunch. I would not be mad seeing a woman win this shit just for her to talk shit to niggas, bro.
Oh yeah.
Just for her to be solidified, you know what I'm saying, in the battle rap realm. Just for like women all over the culture to give respect, because you still know there's assholes that don't think the women is coming as good as the men.
Yeah, bro.
But if a woman wins the tournament,
that's gonna be a big deal. That's
gonna change the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's KCJ could be the Nicki Minaj of the battle rap world. And when I say that to like have a whole like the way Nicki Minaj came in and killed the game, you know what I'm saying? And then like now there's a good number of women like doing their thing.
Yeah, I agree.
On the mainstream level and on the underground, you know what I'm saying? Like you know a female on the track, it ain't like no more like she might be coming with that shit. She still might be talking about her pussy and trying to set niggas up, but it's gonna sound fire though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As far as battle rap, also want to say they announced one battle for Gnome so far. It's going to be T-Rex versus Easy the Block Captain. So that's going to be one of the Gnome battles. But I already saw that coming because they already said that they had that battle booked. So it's just like, I'm just waiting for URL to announce it because I've seen enough Rex interviews because Rex had been calling out Easy for a minute.
Really?
After Easy made that song, Rex was like, "Yo, I like this nigga. He remind me of the young me. He calling niggas out. He's a nigga stealing my moves. It's like nigga, I'm Rex. I'm the one that called niggas out. So I'm the one that started all this grimy shit.
I guess.
So then, you know what I'm saying, he like he was the battler nigga. He battled Easy, and now the shit that came about. Cause I remember I saw him say like, yeah, this gonna happen. We already got a book. You know what I'm saying, we just figuring out the date and stuff. So I saw, like, I'm pretty sure the next thing they gonna announce is probably gonna be. It all depends on how far Geechee gets, because I know that Geechee and Mook have already been set. Like they're gonna battle. So I'm guessing if Geechee doesn't win the tournament, that'll probably be his battle at Gnome.
Okay. I look forward to it. I mean, I look forward to Geechee and Mook. Yeah. I've no disrespect to T-Rex.
I'm not that big on T-Rex either. So
I haven't been excited about T-Rex in a long time.
Yeah, but so this gonna be on June 10th. They said they announced the date too, so June 10th. So I'm assuming the winner, like the finals of this, is gonna be on Gnome. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, everybody, place your votes in now. There ain't no bracket for it, but you know, you want to vote on that for no money since you missed out on possibly 10K.
Hey, y'all, bro, I promise you, niggas just would have made brackets. Somebody could have won 10K.
Somebody.
I told niggas every chance I got, make a bracket. Even if you don't know battle rap, just pick some damn names. Because if you was a woman and you would have been like, ooh, KCJ, I'm gonna go with her. You would still be in the running right now, dog.
Sure. So hey, somebody gonna win it. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever wins the bracket, I want to know that person, because that's either somebody that like knows battle rap to a wizardry level, or
just
don't
guessing.
know shit.
Just guessing, bro.
And just took money from the culture. That nigga really culture vultured our shit.
Well, bro, they earned that spot because all the niggas like us who really analyze was wrong as hell. So
we got fucking mics and cameras and shit talking about the battle rap world, and we was dead wrong.
Dead wrong. So it is what it is.
For sure.
Yeah, you got an artist of the week?
You go first.
All right, my artist of the week is going to be Novelist and Mega Ran. They dropped a new tape called Maverick Hunters. Their first video came out for it. It was actually debuted on the Dead End Hip Hop channel again. Shout out to the label.
Pot a lot Records.
Yeah, the music video for Memory Card came out, so go over there and go watch it over on the YouTube. So yeah, they dropped a new project, and I'm always down for some new novelists, bro.
It's never a bad thing.
It's 8 songs, him and Mega Ran. If you're not familiar with Mega Ran, he's like another black rapper, but he also talks about video games and other nerdy stuff like that. So it kind of fits to him and Novelist have a tape together.
Yeah,
they've worked together before on a couple songs. So
yeah, we can always use some more of that too, because it's not like the market is over flooded with rappers that rap like that.
Yeah, rappers talk about video games and anime. Nah, it's not. Look, Novelist, bro, I need you to see this clip and come on Dead End Gaming Podcast, bro.
Come on, Novelist, come on through, man. You know what I'm saying? Represent for Detroit. You feel me? What up, though?
We already have 2 other Detroit people on the show. They'd be glad to have a third.
For sure. Well, I ain't even gonna lie. Who the second one? Because I know B's from Detroit.
Tyler.
Oh, I didn't know she was from Detroit.
Mm-hmm. She talks about it every chance she gets. She talks a lot of shit about Florida too, which is why I always got to stay on guard.
I always see you defend Florida.
She always talking shit, bro, for no reason. She just starts it. I don't even be bothered. She just brings the bullshit energy, and that's why I'll be having to keep my guard up.
Just make sure you don't sound like Prep when you do.
Oh no, I don't. That's what I don't do.
That's all you gotta make sure. But my artist of the week, I ain't even gonna hold you.
Pop Smoke.
Always Pop Smoke. Forever. You know what I'm saying? Pop Smoke forever. The smoke will never clear. You know what I'm saying? But my artist of the week, I'm gonna give it to this dude that I've been listening to, Draco the Ruler. Apparently he's somebody from California. He's been doing this thing over there. Apparently he's like the father to a lot of nigga styles. Self-claimed, but also like one of those like self-claimed, but it got enough validity that niggas is like, nah, he was the first one doing this shit. So like even something as small as you heard a lot of niggas being like, sheesh. You can trace some of his songs that a bunch of songs from like 2 years ago because he got locked up recently and was recently let out. But like a few songs from like years ago, he's like sheesh like multiple times. So he's like, yo, y'all don't know that sheesh comes from me. Yo, that style that y'all be rapping on these California beats, it's kind of me. So
yeah, that's possible. I've heard niggas saying sheesh a lot lately just for memes, though. I don't know about sheesh in music. Maybe I just don't have my ears open to it. But
my last artist, Blast, says that that's one of his signature ad-libs too. Sheesh.
The last nigga I heard doing it before Blast was OG Mako.
Yeah, okay, yeah. What, yo, OG Mako, bro? I ain't trying to get him no rant. But I'm mad. Where's OG Mako? OG Mako is one of my niggas, and now it's like one of those. I feel like OG Mako is one of them artists that like. You ever like had an artist that you used to fuck with, and you listen to some of this shit now, and you be like, some of the stuff is decent, but why did I like him so much?
I have no idea what his songs caught on the way they did.
Because I feel that way about OG Mako, and I know it's because he was really aggressive, and you know I have a lot of black man anger inside me, so I would like to like some OG Mako shit. But I used to really like dig OG Mako, like yo, he might get big, like his shit is actually fire. He's more than just bitch, you guessed it. You know
yeah, not. He also had fuck him, which is one of his best songs.
I used to like some of his shit, especially like was a tape he did with Cardo, which is funny because Cardo is usually like more known for like mellow type shit. He's known for like, you know, he works with Detroit artists. He's worked with Wiz. He's known for like he's expert at making mellow type beats. But with OG Mako, his shit was aggressive, and that shit used to sound fire. You know what I'm saying? Perfect to blow your voice out, lose your voice to. But yeah. OG Mako just kind of fell off in a real way.
Word. So yeah, artist was Draco the Goat.
Draco the Ruler.
I apologize. Draco the Ruler.
I mean, shit, if he heard you say that, we wouldn't be upset.
So he ushered in the style. The last nigga from Cali I heard who ushered in the style, but YG? He didn't. No, I wasn't gonna say YG. I was gonna say before YG, but he didn't have to say it himself. Usually, like niggas always big up Mac Dre for the whole hyphy movement.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm not used to niggas coming out themselves and saying that they follow the style.
Well, a nigga got a chip on his shoulder because he got locked up, and I think I forgot how long he was like locked up for like 2 different murders, and he only got off because
that is how you get locked up.
Yeah, but it was like one of those like he only got released because I think like a politician switch. Like I think one of the politicians in his like, you know, in California, like was out of office. So because of that, he got freed. And, you know, he came out with a little bit of a chip on the shoulder because, you know, when you get locked up for murder, of course, niggas switch on you. Like, we ain't gonna see you no more, so why support? And now he's out and niggas want to hit him up and shit. He's like, nigga, fuck y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he just felt like talking his shit and, you know, niggas coming out with styles and shit. He's like, nigga, that's me. What these niggas doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know niggas like to claim to be father to nigga styles. But
true.
I don't know. His shit is distinct. It's almost like whereas like YG shit is pretty distinct. And I remember, shout out to Schoolboy Q. I do remember before like I really respected who like YG was. Like Schoolboy Q used to be like, yo, I don't really like a lot of these niggas from California trying to sound like YG. Like that's YG style. Like, you know, when Problem was out, when Tiger was out, a lot of niggas was rapping on those kind of beats, and YG was really the nigga that was his shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Draco is kind of like a YG, but he's like really calm. Like he damn near sounds like he's asleep on the mic. Oh, okay. So if you ever hear anybody from, you know, he had like a few names he beefed with, but I ain't gonna get too deep into it. Like, okay. But yeah, Draco the Ruler, this shit's alright. That shit's cool. He's one of the people that like kind of has bars. I think that's one thing I like about him. Like he raps on some Cali shit, but like every once in a while, like you'll hear some shit in his bars, like he'll really say some shit. Like, yeah, I fuck with it. Draco the Ruler, and it's spelled different. It ain't spelled like actual Draco. It's D-R-A-K-E-O, the Ruler.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Draco the Ruler. And I'll just leave it with one this time.
All right, so sounds like another successful episode of Hold It Down Pod is finished.
You dig?
Tell the people where they can find you at, Quan.
You can find me at your local Bible study listening to Kid Cudi, you know what I'm saying, with my buddy. But if you want to find me online, you can find me at SAYQUAN on Facebook, on the Twitter, on the Instagrams. I'm mostly on Instagrams. Might see you on Twitter. You say something on Facebook, you probably won't see me until 2027 or some shit. I don't even know why I have a Facebook at this point. It's only for family. But yeah. Go also find my beats. If you don't know, I'm a producer. There's a link in my IG bio, but if you want to just click, if you want to type it in yourself, you can find it at SAYQUAN